Michael's from Grand Theft Auto 5, and he's one of 3 protagonists with also Franklin and Trevor. And you said that of the things you're proud of creating and you think was a great accomplishment, it was Red Dead Redemption 2, the ending of Red Dead Redemption 1, all of Grand Theft Auto 4, and the middle part of Grand Theft Auto 5 when the 3 characters come together. Can you speak to the Grand Theft Auto 5? Is there some degree, I don't know if you're a Dostoevsky guy, but
a little bit.
Is there some aspect of the 3 protagonists sort of, brothers Karamazov, Alyosha, Dmitri, and Ivan, sort of using the protagonists to explore the spectrum of human nature and just the tension between them that allows you the 3 of them become a character in themselves.
Their relationship.
Almost,
it was I think one of the reasons that the team did that Grand Theft Auto is still so popular is we always tried as a group to really innovate from game to game within the confines of what it was. It was a crime drama, began as a crime sim in GTA 1 about stealing, 2D top-down cars. And we always tried to innovate with the narrative and innovate with the art direction, innovate with every piece of the game. And I think having done, GTA 4, which was this kind of operatic journey for this big lead character, and then these 2 extra stories that came afterwards. The challenge was, can we make a video game which tends to be very much focused on one protagonist, but have multi-protagonists, and the technical challenge of moving from character to character. The team did such an amazing job that I don't think people realized how hard it was, but we would sit there just sort of holding our heads because they hurt so much around, like, what happens if you do this, then do that? This is so hard. Why have we decided to do this? It's horrible. And then it all came together. But I think the idea was develop 3 characters who do feel like characters. They don't just feel like philosophical, or psychological avatars, but where one is really driven by ego, one is really driven by id, and one is really driven by trying to get ahead. So some kind of representation of the superego, and see how that feels when they all play off against each other.
One of the most upvoted questions on Reddit about GTA 5 from a fan. GTA 5 is my favorite game ever made. I spent over 1,000 hours in the world of GTA 5 and GTA Online. GTA 4 is a hard second or third. It never ceases to impress me. When you lead a team of over 1,000 people to make a masterpiece like GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2, how do you ensure that the bar of perfection is always met? How is that even possible? We know the answer isn't money, because there's other studios with a lot of money and they are 2 decades behind Rockstar. So what does it take to create these worlds, to create these incredibly compelling games?
I think certainly when I was at Rockstar, I was a worker amongst workers. The culture was one of excellence, and tried to provide creative clarity, and people just, and also an ambition to make. I think we thought GTA 3 could be really popular, but really popular to us meant, quite honestly, it's going to sell 2 or 3 million copies. And we thought we were making something pretty innovative. I mean, we knew we were making something innovative, but we didn't know if people would understand how innovative it was. And then when we got the chance to make Vice City and to try and repeat it, I think every time from then on, the team was very driven to make something better, and to use, long before we had lots of resources, to use time and whatever money we had to always put impressive stuff on the screen, always think about what we can do to push the medium of video games and the sort of medium of building fake worlds further. And that was always, it was both clarity of, here's what we're trying to do, here's what the tone of the game is going to be, here's how features will fit into that, and so why these features would work and these features wouldn't work. Because fundamentally, by 2002, you could put pretty much any feature into a game you wanted. There wasn't a technical limitation. It was just making it cohesive. And then it was also just everyone committing to a culture of excellence.
Naveed Ansari, an award-winning director and virtual reality game maker who worked with you on a number of Grand Theft Auto games, spoke highly about his time working with you. Quote, "We always worked ourselves to the bone, but it wasn't coming from the top down. Sam and Dan always rolled up their sleeves, and they were always there. They never left us holding the bag. We all thought we were making badass shit, so it didn't matter how hard we worked." So I'm sure there were some tough grinds.
Finishing it is certainly, it's tough, but it also is, intensely rewarding. And you get something done and you've made something. And that feeling is as you say, really, really incredible. I mean, it can sometimes feel a bit empty as well, because it's when you finish it, you're like, oh, my life's got nothing to it. And then you have to, but that's the same with any big undertaking you take. I don't think when you're working that hard, you do not have a good work-life balance.
Mhm.
But the truth is you're not working that hard all of the time. So
Yeah.
you have to just manage it slightly differently.
Man, that's such a heavy thing about the human experience. I've talked to Olympic gold winners, and many of them face real depression after they win the gold medal
Yeah.
because they've been pursuing a thing that they deeply care about. This has been everything, and they are so truly happy to do it. And then it's like, what else is there in life? What compared to this? What else is there? So that's the ups and downs of life. You need the darkness, you need the lows to really experience the highs.